I hope my microphone works. I hope my microphone works because I messed with it and now I don't know if my stuff is working. Well, I'll just act like it is. Hi, you guys. Let me make this bigger. Okay, yes, it's working. All right, it's 11 o'clock and we are going to get busy sewing. I'm Natalie from Sew Hungry Hippie. Let me know if you're here. Leave a comment. I can see some of them if you grant StreamYard permission to see your name. I can see your comment. Otherwise, I'll just be able to see it as anonymous, which maybe you want to remain anonymous. Anywho, all right, so let me show you the project today. These cute little cork nesting bins. This was a last minute effort because I was going to do a jewelry project and then I thought, well, how many people have jewelry findings? Probably not many. So let's do something we all can just do right now. It'll be so fun. So what you're going to do, hi Julie, hi, from Louisiana. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you the largest bin. This is the 12-inch bin. And then the others are just 11 and 10-inch. So it's super, super easy, all the same. If you want to sign up for my newsletter this Sunday, I'm going to include a one-sheet PDF reminding you of the sizes and the corner size to cut. Super simple. I mean, you can adjust it to any size you want to make. I will say a word of caution. There's some kind of mathematical law that I don't fully understand where you don't really want to mess with the corner size too much. So even if you want to make like a 20-inch basket, you don't want to make your corners like 10. I don't know. I don't fully understand it. My husband was trying to educate me last night, and I'm like, I don't know, and I don't really care. So let's just carry on and sew this. Hi, Bethany. Bethany, are you as hot as I am in Wisconsin? Because you're in Iowa, and we're kind of twins. Because it is hot, like hot. Hey, Elizabeth. I bet you're feeling good in the Pacific Northwest. However, it's come to my attention that a lot of serial killers are from the Pacific Northwest, so stay safe. I mean, you never know what you're gonna get when you show up on a live. I'm kind of in a whack mood. Hi, from the North Woods, Wisconsin, Maureen. So I'm jealous because that's where I would live. If we could just pick up my house and move, I'd go north. I am drinking a sparkling water because I like the bubbles. Yes, Bethany's hot in Iowa, for sure. Yes, isn't it weird? I don't really, he was telling me it's something about inverse law and whatever, and I just like, my eyes glazed over. And you know, one time I admitted to him when he starts talking technical and I like math. It's not like I'm averse to math, but he goes into these calculus explanations. And I told him, listen, when you do that, I pretend like I'm listening, but actually I'm just daydreaming in my head. And I'm probably sewing something or quilting or like thinking of some colors of a dress I want to make. So I'm not actually actively listening. And he catches me now. He's like, you're not listening. Ugh. Oh, Paula, 90s in Colorado. So not fair because you're higher there. So it, like with elevation, you would think it would be cooler. Ah. Yay, Melanie. Melanie, I was going to post on how you can set up those notifications. I did it once and I get them for Trivada. And I'm trying to remember how I did it. So maybe I need to have you on and educate us how to set up the notification thing. Or I guess we can Google it, whatever. But yeah, Bubble water, for real. I like that name better than sparkling water. Sparkling water sounds like I'm trying to be, I don't know, upper class. And I'm definitely peasant. All right, let's get busy. Let's stop the chat, huh? Hot and smoky in Montana. Oh, my friend's going to Montana soon, and I'm like, girl, you better take some shorts. That's all I gotta say. There's my warning. Oh, she says click the bell. On Facebook, just click the bell. I mean, can't get simpler than that. All right, I'm gonna switch the view. Let's see if I can do a 2-screener. And scene, let's do picture in picture. Okay, I think it's working. So I'm just going to show you here. You're going to take the cork fabric, which I think I commented on the first comment. I do have some cork for a limited time. I've got this natural with the gold flecks, and I've got teal. I think it has flecks in it. Now I'm doubting myself. And then I've got like a peppery black. I don't call it black because it's like a soft black. It's kind of almost a gray black, and it's got rainbow little divots in it. And like, I would call them flecks, but they're a little bit different than this. So I've got those in the shop at sohungryhippie.com in case you're looking for that. And the rolls, you're going to need 2 rolls if you want a complete set, just because the sizes I'm making, you can't quite get all the pieces cut out. Now, if you don't line them, 1 roll is fine. You'll have enough, I think. I better mathematical that to be sure. So I am going to cut the first box, and all we're going to do is cut a 12 by 12 piece of cork. And I love cork because I've also made these in vinyl, and it's just as fun. What I love about it is we don't have to do a bunch of interfacing. There's enough body here, just like vinyl, to just go ahead and sew. So I'm going to move this out of the way a second. Click the bell. Yay! Hi, Katie from Texas. Hi. And Kathleen says another high heat in Northern California. Ugh. You know, I wanted to move there for so long, and I thought it would be cooler, but it doesn't appear that that's the way it is anymore. Okay, so I can see I didn't cut this one right. So you want to cut 2 pieces of cork, 12 by 12. And then as you can see, I already started cutting out my corners. So what I like to do is I measure the first corner with my ruler and rotary cutter, 3 inches in, 3 inches tall, and cut the first one out. And then I use this as my template piece. So I'm just gonna turn this to the side, and I usually clip it in place. With cork, sometimes you can get away, it'll just stick and hold itself. But you know, it's good to keep it under control here. And I cut out my other corners. And then I'm gonna spin it around and just keep using that template piece. Anything to kind of take the human error out is good in my book. And templates help me do that. You would think by now I would never ever have a problem measuring and cutting, but once in a while, I don't know what I'm thinking. Maybe it's too much bubble water. But I'll mess it up once in a while, and I just think, ugh. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but the other day I posted The Ugly Sweater Block by Carrie Goulder. She is Kid Giddy. And I didn't tell her, but I should probably text her later. The last step, you know, it's paper piecing. It's kind of, I can't have distraction. I can't Netflix and paper piece. I have to just paper piece. And the very last step, the easiest part, I sewed the sleeve on upside down. And I mean, I was hysterically laughing because, you know, it's 11 o'clock at night, and I just think, how did I even do that? Just goes to show nobody's perfect. So on this one, back to the project, I folded right sides together. Now you would think we sew this, but we don't. We sew these, okay? On the second piece, you're gonna do the opposite. Let's cut out our corners. Hopefully I don't mess this up. I'm gonna fold it and cut so I can do it faster for you. Last night, me and my husband could not decide what to watch on TV because sometimes we like to bond that way. We watch a show. And what we ended up doing is just watching an hour of movie trailers coming out. Does anyone else ever do that? And he's, of course, showing me all these, Fast and Furious and Marvel and all this stuff. And I'm just like, okay, so this one we're doing right sides together. This one we're doing wrong sides together. And I'm going to line these up. It's okay if you're a smidgen off because we can trim at the end, so don't worry too much. I'm going to go to my machine and sew these and sew these. And then it's like almost done. It's really fun. This is so quick. I hope that's threaded. Yeah, it's threaded. I just did some of this earlier, like, a run through, just so I'm hopefully not going to mess up. And I did find if you start sewing from the fold down, it ends up behaving a little bit better. So do that. And I'm using like a generous 1/4 inch. When I quilt, I tend to use a scant 1/4 inch because a lot of times things just aren't perfect unless I'm using a scant 1/4 inch, just a tick inside. So when I say a generous 1/4 inch, it's like a 1/4 inch or a tick bigger than a 1/4 inch, but it's not a 1/2 inch. So all I'm saying is whatever seam allowance you use, just be consistent and you'll be fine. Hi, Tori. Okay, and there we go. And I'm just using Gutermann all-purpose thread, like nothing special. I didn't change my needle. It's just a universal needle. You can take the clips off. So these bottom edges are sewn. And now, when you go like this, you can start to see the magic. And you can see your bin or your box take shape. I have a fabric version and a vinyl version on my YouTube channel from a few years ago, if you want to watch that. That's only one size. It's 10 inches. So they're quite small. Actually, this is it. This is the tutorial I taught, the one. And I did fabric on the inside and vinyl on the outside. So that's there too. Sometimes I look at my old videos and I'm like, I need to redo that. Okay, so now we're just going to sew this edge, and we're going to have one bin done. And I don't backstitch at the top here. You can if you want. I tend not to because we're going to sew around the top and we'll catch it all again. So up to you. Do it if you feel like it. It's a good habit. Oh, hi! Yay! More people have come in. I'm just seeing this all popped up. Yes, Laura. That's right. It's a sign. You should make some. These are really fun. They make a fun teacher gift too. Like if, we all have miscellaneous stuff on our desk. And I think, well, whenever you can make a useful item, like that's a plus in my book. Okay, so we have one box that's right side out, and we have one that's inside out. So now you've guessed it, this is what we're gonna do. Wrong sides together, tuck one inside the other. And you're gonna match those corners. And I try to nest my seams. So if one seam wants to go this way, then the other seam should go this way. I mean, usually that's what I do. If it's really just not gonna let you do that, it doesn't, just sew it together, it's fine. If you don't wanna sew this part, you can glue. So I have used Fabri-Tac and glued one box inside the other. You don't need a lot. You don't need to go crazy at all. You just need some on the bottom and around the edge, and it's good. And I clip it and let that sit. I let it sit overnight. You probably don't need to that long, but that's what I do because I want to be sure. So then I'm just going to sew around this top edge. Now this part, you know, you probably have a machine where you can't take this off and have a skinnier throat to sew it. How do I word that? So what I do, you'll see, is I just fit it in there and kind of, I don't know what that's called, a blind sew. Like, so for, like, I wish this came off and I could fit it in there. And some machines do that, but this one doesn't. So I'm just gonna fit it in here like this. And you just sew and stop with your needle down and every so often readjust. So here I need to take a clip out and readjust. I'm going over a corner. There we go. As you can see, it has no problem at all sewing these two layers of cork together, no issues. There's another corner I just went over. You can't tell, can you? I'm just going to stop with the needle down, take the clip out, readjust. Ah, I'm not close enough. How can I bring you guys a little closer? Maybe I can, if you get dizzy, close your eyes. I'm going to try to swing you around closer. Oh, maybe my camera's too hot. There we are. Okay, so you can kind of see what I mean here. I mean, it's a little bright. Bright light. Was that Gizmo that said that? Bright light, bright light. So I'm almost back around to the edge, and you're just going to do the same process for the other sizes. It's exactly the same. Nothing changes. The only thing that changes is the size of the cork that you're starting with. Okay, all done. I'm going to, if I need to trim the top edge, I will. Let me swing this back around. Don't get dizzy. So here is the bin. How cool is that? I like those cork edges. I think they're really cool. They won't fray. Nothing's wrong. If you want to paint them, you can, but I think that is just too much to ask of me. So I do not. I do take time to trim all these threads down. And if there's any excess cork anywhere, I might trim it away a little bit. And then again, like I said, if this top edge, if you need to come in and like trim it down to make it super even, just do it. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking so bad. I've had 2 cups of coffee. That's it. Why am I? Don't ask me to do heart surgery, that's for sure. All right, there we go. And there's our bin. Yay! Now I use these bins to hold all kind of miscellaneous stuff, but I really like them for the Wonder Clips because When those clips are somewhere like hard where you have to open and like get into, I find that so annoying because I'm always in a project and like needing the clip with my third arm, and I just want something open and easy to get. So that's what I do. So that's how you do a nesting basket. This was 12-inch square, 2 of them. The medium size, which is this one, is an 11-inch square and still 3-inch corner. Still a 3-inch corner. You did not hear me wrong. Still a 3-inch corner for all corners. And then this one is 10-inch square cork that you start with and a 3-inch corner. Yeah, it's weird, but that's how it is. Trust Pythagoras or whatever that is, because it works. So, any questions? Yes, free arm. That is it a free arm machine? It might be called, yeah, free arm. It must be free arm. My Bernina is not called a free arm machine, but for some reason it has a real skinny, section where I can just pop off the wide part. So yeah, I mean, whatever. It's doable either way, isn't it? Yay! Oh my gosh, that's so right. Scrolling through Netflix is like Blockbuster. When I was a teenager, Blockbuster was the place to go. And you spent, an hour and a half looking for your VHS tape. And that was part of the fun. Hi, Kira, in Chicago. Oh, must have a breeze off Lake Michigan, eh? I love it when it's nice. We had a couple of really nice days this week, and I was so grateful. We've always had high heat in the summer. Oh, yeah. Yep, Northern California, things are getting weird as far as weather. Things are changing. Let's say hi to everyone here. I do like cork edges. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of bags lately. They're being sewn that way now. Yeah, I think the trend is just knowing that it's okay. A lot of times I think we wait for permission, and I say, don't wait, just do it. What did you miss? Can you sew the 2 pieces together? I mean, you mean like starting it that way and kind of basting the outer edge? You can. You totally can. I just wanted to show you one later time. I get a lot of emails where people's machines don't like layers. And I think if you have a machine, like a start out machine, like let's say from Joann's, it's just not the same quality of machine as something from a sewing shop where you tell them, look, I need a machine that can sew layers. You know what I mean? So I just want to make it so everyone is good to go. And that's why I say, if you can't manage the 2 layers, just glue these together. But yes, you're right. You can do that if you want. Gotcha. Hi, Marita. It's okay. The playback will be available for all time. Thanks, Montana Wendy. Are there larger sizes of cork for purchase to make ones bigger than the 12 inches? So my rolls are 18 by 54. That's how I sell rolls of cork. I can cut bigger if you want a yard, like 36 by 54. I just have to put that listing in the shop. I can cut it bigger if that's what you want. It's just that to mail it, I'll have to fold it down and stuff. Most people are fine with that because you can always iron from the back side and get any folds or wrinkles out. But, once in a while I run into somebody who just has a hissy fit over a wrinkle. And so that's why I just went with 18 to 54. But yeah, let me know for sure. You can message me or I can try to get that listed in the shop if you want like a full yard. That's cool. Yes, I love Trilata outside Denver. She just moved into a new space and it's amazing looking. I'm going to go there in the fall, so I will let you know when I go. But it's a great shop. Great shop. Where they're getting weird, right? It is. When you do a fabric lining, do you change the technique? I did slightly, and I'm trying to think. Oh, I sew it like a bag. So when I have a fabric lining, I do interface fabric with SF101 because otherwise it's so fiddly, it's hard to work with. I think if you just interface it real quick, it just makes it easier on everybody, your machine and you. So if I was doing a fabric lining, I would put the fabric on the outside, right sides together with the cork. So around the top edge, leaving an opening, and then berth it like a bag, flip it right sides out, iron, and then top stitch it all closed. Hopefully, you know what I'm talking about, Elizabeth. You're a bag master. So that's what I would do. Yep. So yeah, so that was easy and quick and only took about 26 minutes. I know. Oh, I really need to get something going for my hair. I'm trying to grow it out so I can have a ponytail and be no hair on my neck. Is anyone else like sensitive to that? That's why I keep cutting it short. I don't like hair on my neck. This is kind of a rando live sew, but I feel like you guys are chatting with me. And one of these days I'm going to figure out how to have people like just pop in and start talking. I think that'd be fun. It could get crazy like Regis and Kathleen Lee, live studio audience, but let's do it. I've got to figure that out. That could be a husband homework. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. When you have a sewing class at a shop, yeah, you have to go buy fabric. I mean, it's right there. So fun. Yay! I'm so glad that you find it helpful. I'm open to suggestions. If you guys feel like you want to see something specific, I'm here for it. Let me know. You can email me, Natalie@sewhungryhippie.com. My newsletter this Sunday, I will have, like I said, the one sheet PDF for a quick glance. You know, I don't know about you, but when I go to sew something, a lot of times my brain is just like, woo, and I have to do a review. So I like having a one sheet that I can print out, review before I start sewing. And I'm going to have that in the newsletter. And I hope you take time to sew for you if you want to this weekend, or just take time for you, whatever you need to do. And yeah, thanks for popping in. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking. All that helps me so much, and I'm so appreciative. Sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm going nowhere, but I look at numbers compared to 6 months ago, and you guys are amazing. You've really helped me, and I so appreciate that. Every time you like a post, every time you share or comment, it helps me so much. So, yay. All right. I will see you soon. I think I just missed one comment. No. Okay. All right. I'll see you soon.